Coming back to the war in Ukraine, it has divided the world into two camps: Ukraine, America and their Western partners, Russia, Belarus and China. Well, now they have a new player, South Africa, an unlikely new entrant in this very tense equation. Is South Africa joining the war? That's what we'll discuss next. Also, how did South Africa wade into this and why? The story begins with a military drill. It's on as we speak. South Africa is hosting the navies of Russia and China. And this is not a sudden development. Throughout this war, South Africa has been quietly building up its influence. We'll explain all of this. First to the drills. They're called Mosai, which means smoke in the Savannah language. That's one of the official languages of South Africa. The drills are happening in the Indian Ocean off the coast of South Africa. They began last week. They will continue till this weekend. The exercise has caused quite a stir. The West is unhappy with South Africa. The US has criticized the naval drills. They see it as an endorsement of Russia's Ukraine war. The fact is, they see any engagement with Russia as an endorsement of the war. Wonder how they see their own engagements with Pakistan and an endorsement of Pakistan's terror activities, perhaps. Don't wait for an answer. Meanwhile, South Africa has rejected the criticism. It says it conducts drills with various countries. The West wants everyone to follow its diktats. But the world doesn't work that way. Foreign policy decisions are determined by national interest. And South Africa is making its priorities clear. National security is at the heart of these drills, it says. South Africa's Navy faces key challenges. It needs to protect its home waters. It needs to combat piracy and protect fisheries, which means teaming up with other stakeholders in the region. Just like India, South Africa has a long history of cooperation with Russia. Their friendship dates back to the days of the apartheid. Erstwhile Soviet Union supported the anti-apartheid struggle. The support was wide-ranging. The Soviet Union gave military training and arms to the ANC, the African National Congress. It is also the current ruling party of South Africa. In recent months, Pretoria has rekindled an old friendship. A few days back, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov was in South Africa. And this is what the South African Foreign Minister said then.
We believe we should have the right to decide who we relate to and on what basis. This is our foreign policy position, and we will hold on to it.
This is our foreign policy, she said, and we will hold on to it. She couldn't have been clearer. Just like India, South Africa is reaffirming its strategic autonomy. What about Russia? For Moscow, Pretoria is becoming an important partner. The drills are an opportunity for them. They show that Russia still has friends overseas and that the Russian state can still project power beyond its borders. What about China? It is the other partner in this equation. China's presence is a matter of concern. Beijing wants to grow its influence in the Indian Ocean. It wants to establish its naval power. This has traditionally been India's turf, the Indian Ocean. The PLA is challenging India here. They already have a base in Djibouti, and with South Africa, they hope to expand their clout in the region. South Africa has no option but to play along. Its economy is in distress. There are reports of rolling blackouts. Taps are running dry. So South Africa wants to keep China in good humor for Chinese money, among other things. As long as it remains wary of China's debt trap, it should be fine, because that too would be an expression of South Africa's strategic autonomy.